I almost almost forgot to upload another video, updates on the book. So I'm not going to call it a setback, but I'm still in the monologue. It's just, I think it's I think my biggest problem is recognizing how the plot is supposed to move and not really being able to fluidly get there, from A to B, you know what I'm saying? And so, laying it out for you guys, the monologue is supposed to be a introduction to two characters, Lilith and Saphira. There's the main character, secondary character. Now, I'm trying to make the conversation move naturally, right? But at the same time, using the perspective that, so Lilith is over 10,000 years old and Saphira is 22 years old. And so I'm trying to create and make that dynamic kind of stand out. It's a little tricky. Like it's just definitely a little tricky. I haven't found the proper way to set that up yet. I'm working on that. So what I do have, breaking the monologue down, it is they having a training session, right? Starting out with the training session, boom, going from the training session to having a short conversation on the roof, right? Or the cliff. I haven't figured out how I want to describe it yet, but roof, cliff edge, whatever. Then a short bath scene, just to kind of the bath scene is supposed to bring up the questions, right? And the questions are being oh, look at that. As you see, work never ends, right? So still in the car, still in the mood. So getting back to it, you know what I'm saying? The bath scene is supposed to start setting up questions as far as what happened in the past. It's supposed to lead up to that, we're jumping into the past conversation. And then as we finish the bath scene, they start gearing up to descend down the mountain. Then they descend down the mountain. Sorry about that. I had lost my train of thought. I'm trying to dip and dive right now. But as they're descending down the mountain, then they have that ends the monologue, and then it transitions into chapter 1. And so I'm going to point out that chapter 1, I think, is going to be I've really been at a loss. Not really lost, but I have been pondering exactly how I want to start on chapter 1. So, sorry about that. Figuring out chapter 1, how it starts is really important. But to give y'all a brief overview, I guess I'll start leading up into next week. We'll just discuss it, go over chapter 1. Maybe if I get there. But chapter 1 is supposed to set the scene for Lilith's and her brother Adam's time together, right? And I think what kind of has me stumped, and I think I'm actually going to come back to the drawing board on how I'm going to break down each chapter, which probably will make it a little bit easier for me, is look at the whole book and whole story as a whole and figure out how many chapters it needs to be. I did it once. I think I'm going to do it again. I did it once, but it was the whole series, but then I broke the series up into 5 books. So I didn't redo it after I broke it up. So I think I'm going to do that again so I can figure out how many chapters I need to put in each book. And then if I can figure out how many chapters I need, I can figure out the direction of how deep each section of chapters. So I guess I don't want to really call them arcs, but certain time points there's going to be in the book. And so I think I don't think it'd be too much of a spoil. I'll try not to because I'm like talking on the fly. But book one, Time Points, is supposed to start with their key. What the fuck? I'm telling you, people are crazy, man. People are so crazy. So, yeah, and then, like, are you not gonna let me in? Come on, bro. Thank you. Hey, screw. So, book one, start to finish, is going to be the their first transformation, right? So it's supposed to it's going to talk about Adam and Lilith's transformation into what they become, and then it's going to end with them learning how to pass on that gift, right? So I won't spoil the in-betweens of it, but yeah, so that's going to be like the beginning and end. So I think I'm going to just start there, and then from there I think I'll break it down. So I'm going to keep this one short because, again, I've had like a bit of a delay. That's my fault. So I think I've really been stumped. I've really been thinking about a lot of things, but I'm going to keep today's video super short, and then by the time I come back to you guys next week, next Sunday, I'm hoping to, number one, be done with the monologue, and then start working on chapter one. So I think I'm really gonna push myself to kind of like put in the overdrive on recording. I'm not recording, writing down the chapters. And so, because I at least want to get chapter one partially finished by next Sunday, so then we can kind of switch into chapter two and maybe talk about that. But we'll see where I'm at, and then we'll just base the discussion off that. So, pleasure, guys. See you again. All right, and I will see you on the flip side.